Why it's important to have this slightly serrated utility edge and why we sharpened it the way we did. So let's go ahead and start here. Let me make sure you guys are in frame. Let's start with this kind of tall, very dry grass here. This way you guys can see how it works. Here we go, ready? Look at that. Like absolute butter. Not even a stress. No effort. Just slice through. This one here is kind of tied up in the fence there. So that is why it is important to have that serration on the blade here, and why we're looking for a utility edge, because you're going to encounter stuff hitting the grass, whether it's rocks, wood, or maybe you get hooked in your fence line by accident. So you want that toughness of the blade so it lasts and doesn't chip as easily. It is those serrations that are actually doing the hard work for you. So now you don't have to generate as much power and you're not pushing the grass out of the way. It just falls away like absolute hot knife through butter kind of thing. And that's what we're looking for with the edge of the scythe or the coasa. And that is kind of the traditional method of how we would sharpen it up. Of course, using a river stone that has high grit because it has smooth edges, and then the grit is what actually does the same job as the file or the sharpening stone. And those that were fortunate enough to have a file would use it in a very similar way. But here in the US, of course, we have the luxury of having much more available to us, and that's why we're able to do it the way we did now. So let's go ahead, continue the harvest. And of course it is a workout here. See what I'm doing with the back of the blade here is I'm going back over the grass to see what's still standing. And if it's still standing, just chop her down. So you're going to push back with your blade, get the grass risen up again, and that gets you set up for your next swing. This way, it makes it very easy to just let everything dry up, and it's all in one neat contiguous line. Very easy to flip over and very easy to aerate. And then once this all dries up over a 2-week span with aeration every couple of days, you can go ahead and start piling up into the capizza.